It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and our focus is on Kyle Pitts. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Panthers and the Niners, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call in this one. Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage, run after run, and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense could get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by this promising young signal caller out of the University of Colorado.
And they did get that win last week, but instead of being a player you win because of, this quarterback was a player they won in spite of. A lot of issues taking care of the football that canceled out, really, the good he did on the field. He knows they were fortunate to get the dub, and carry some momentum into this week, and you know he wants to play better.
Here's a give up the middle. They'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. So here come the 49ers now to take over for the first time. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a big old win last week.
Keeps himself upright. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And he barrels across for the touchdown. The 49ers don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jair Brown has it. And the 49ers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Purdy to throw it. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers parlay the interception into points. George Kittle, the touchdown. Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the 49ers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't go backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. I've had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Another try following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down. Back to throw now. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Carolina in punt formation. Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down. Running back sent in motion. Purdy now on 2nd and 10. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Purdy setting up that play action. Has it down close. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ryland now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers push their lead to 21-zip already. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. So following the return, looks like somebody's shaken up. Trainers out to determine how severe this may be. Back to pass on 1st and 10. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Back to the well again. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 21-0 our... We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. Call it 70 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They give it to him again. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Here we go, 2nd and very long. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd and long for him here. Taking a deep shot here. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Fields the hard squid kick. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The 49ers are ready to go on offense, and we'll get a look at Deebo Samuel. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Shotgun snap for Purdy. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun is Purdy. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Picked off. That's Bobby Wagner. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. He fields it from the 8. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. After the pick, Purdy back to the air. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now they send their back in motion right. Back to the air on 2nd. Purdy. Throwing the out route complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Purdy on 1st down. That's taken in by Samuel. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 2nd and 3 now. To throw again, it's Purdy. Brought in by Ayuk near the sideline. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 20. All set up now for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They are throwing it again. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Has some room to work. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. McCaffrey goes up and over for the touchdown. The 49ers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And as he continues lighting up the stat sheets this season, we can see he's still chasing one man for the NFL lead in passing yardage. Throwing from the gun here. That one's caught along the left sideline. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Into the hands of Pitts. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout. From the red zone now. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is picked up by the 49ers!
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
So that's halftime here in this one. The 49ers on the road, but currently with the lead. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans. And that game tied at 7 in the 2nd quarter. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And you can see, currently, they trail in that ball.
Well, the teams are ready. The fans are ready. Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. He's got the squibber. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice... Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He'll get this to Samuel. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll start the 2nd half with McCaffrey. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They'll run here on first down. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Following the play, one of the 49ers still pretty shaken up. Trainers getting out there to see what's wrong. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. They kick the running back in motion. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
The Panthers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He breaks the tackle. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
He's going to throw this one. Throw left side, complete. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by Jair Brown. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. We have to take a timeout, though. There's an injured player, and it looks like Kyle Pitts is the one the training staff is headed out for. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Still sticking with the passing game. Cops, this is Xavier Leggett. A big 34-yard pickup there. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. So this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Dumps it off to his running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And with that last throw, a memorable one for him because it gets him to the 3,000-yard plateau for the year. It's a mark every quarterback tries and honestly expects to hit over the course of a regular season. Cut in the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. So they'll be set up with a 1st and goal when we come back. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers now within 1 score in the 4th. Extra point is up and good from Sly. And the Panthers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Tight end in motion left. Pretty throwing here on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Short pass brought in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've made. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Gets him on the in route. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing on it.
And they take him down right along the 30. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Getting out to his left. Oh, he lost the football! And they jump on top of it. Oh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game. They'll come up 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Running back sent in motion. Setting up to pass. And he brings it in. Touchdown. And a big decision coming up for him now. In the 11th hour. Now a point after try to tie this game. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. Jukes one defender. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Back to throw. That's taken in by Samuel. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. San Francisco calls its second timeout. To the line for a new set of downs, only a lone timeout at their disposal. From the gun, McCaffrey has a lane inside the 25. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Here he is to throw. Completed to his running back. And it's not over yet. They score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Well, we, of course, have the benefit of hindsight up here, but risking the game on a 2-point play, not looking preferable at this moment to just taking the point after in time.
This is why the coaches get paid what they get paid. If you make it, you're brilliant, you're brave, you're a risk taker. But if you fail, you're reckless and careless. I'll say this too, Kate. Now you're going to have to talk to your defense. Because what you've just told your defense is we didn't trust this game to go to overtime. We wanted to win it with our offense, and they didn't get the job done.
The 49ers only moments away from finalizing this victory as they take a knee. Now with 8 seconds remaining in the game, they're going to burn their final timeout. This is why it's called a victory formation. He takes a knee and the seconds tick away towards a win.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And even fighting that dreaded body clock with the West Coast trip, they played their game, and they're taking this victory back east with them.
she ate away. She ate away. She ate